This is Courtney Chapole with the West Central Indiana Small Business Development Center, and we are partnering with the Terre Haute Chamber of Commerce to put on a refocus series to help our small business owners look at things that they could do during potentially what we consider idle time to work on their business. So we know that you are dealing with a very uncertain time, and you have a lot of stress that's going on in your life with everything that's going on with COVID-19. And we are here to help you throughout that. But if you do find yourself in a position where you're not able to have your business open and you're looking for ways to be productive, this series is going to offer you some tools. A lot of times we hear with business owners that we're so busy working in the business, we don't have time to work on the business. And it looks like Mother Nature is kind of forcing us to do that. So we just wanted to be able to provide you with some tools. So for this series, we're going to look at some things you could do to look at your online presence. So we have developed an online audit checklist. So in addition to this video, there will be a PDF of the checklist that you can print. And these are some things that we recommend from the Small Business Development Center that every business look at and make sure that they have claimed and updated their listings. And if you potentially had not gotten to do that yet within your business, this might be a great time to just sit down and make sure you're seeing what you look like and what your brand looks like from a customer perspective. So the first and most important with your business is that you do have your listing on Google. So I'm going to show you real quick what that looks like. So even if you know for sure that you have claimed your listing, this might be a great time for you to check it, make sure that it's actually enabled and working to the best of its ability. Google continuously does updates to their Google My Business account. So even if you've claimed it, 6 months, a year ago, 2 years ago, there might be new tools that you will want to use to make sure that you're found when online. So to begin with, what I'm talking about the Google business listing is this little summary here. So we've all Googled, restaurants near us or yoga studios near us. That this is what we're talking about, that small little synopsis of your business that helps people see where you're located, what your business hours are, your website. It's really important that you've claimed this. It is absolutely free to claim. It is only eligible for businesses that meet one-on-one within their community. So if you only have an online store, unfortunately, you cannot claim a Google Places listing. But if you have either a physical store or even if you don't have a brick and mortar store, but you do, let's say you're a cleaning business and you do go to your customers' addresses here locally, or you are a consultant, so you don't have a physical location, but you would meet with people one-on-one, then you can claim your Google business listing. So again, you'll be able to find this link on that PDF download, but you would go to google.com/mybusiness. If you have already claimed your listing, you can click Manage Now. If you not, then you can sign in, hit Manage Now, and then it'll just walk you through actually creating that. Some of the most important things I make sure that you realize is one, Google didn't used to have a description area, so you could really just put your information as far as business hours and category. They do now have a business description area, and also based on your category, you might have different options. So if you are a restaurant, you will have a menu option. If you're a massage therapist, you're going to have a services option. Again, this may not have been there when you originally claimed your listing, so it's really important to go in there and look because by actually putting that information in, it does help you with keyword search. So it's really important that if those are now available to you, that you go in there and make sure absolutely everything is updated. Also, during this time, you will want to make sure that you've changed your hours. So if your physical location is closed, you'll want to update those hours and then remember to choose that once your location is back open. So things you can do to enhance right now: make sure your business description is there. Make sure if you have any service or menu options that your adding all that into your business listing, that you have updated your pictures that are there. It's always good to check your category. When you claim your business listing, you can only select one category. But once you've actually claimed it, you can go in there and edit your category and actually add subcategories. So if you are a beauty salon, so originally you select a beauty salon because that's the majority of what you do, it's advantageous to go in there and edit it and add subcategories of, nail technician or esthetician, depending on what services you offer within your business. So it's a good thing you could go in there and do. And also, it's been about a year now, but Google started doing what's called posts. And actually, in this image here, you can see the events down there. And we've got the lady, it looks like this is the 30th is the example here. There's actually a post section within your Google business listing that you can add more relevant, timely information. So typically, your listing on Google is very stagnant. It's just your business information. So by using posts, you can put in real-time information. So this here is an event, but you can also do an offer or really anything. It's almost like a Facebook post, but you can do it within Google. And there's two important reasons for doing this. One, Google rewards people who use their products. So when you're looking at, how can I show up before my competitors, by using posts, how Google looks at your listing, it looks like it's more relevant because it has something timely there. So that's a really good reason to do it. Also, if you, right now, the view that we're in on this example is somebody look directly at your business. But obviously, if somebody searches restaurants, your business is going to be listed there right next to your competitors. If you have a post and your competitors don't, a lot of times Google will show kind of a little highlight of that post. So that gives you really more face time to your customers when they're looking at you next to your competitors. So it is really beneficial to use posts. So this is something that, even if you don't think it's relevant to post anything right now, because maybe your business is shut down, it would be good for you to get in there and see how the posts work, and then maybe schedule out some posts. So once everything has cleared and we're back to business, you could go ahead and create some posts that you want to start adding into your marketing campaign. As always, we are a partner with Google. So if you're looking at doing this outside this call and need help, we'll be there to help you through it. One other thing I wanted to show you, if you do not have a website, Google does offer a one-page website as part of your Google business listing. So now I don't necessarily recommend that you use this as your website, for forever. But if you don't have a website, this is a great way to get something up as you are, whether it's you're saving up for the site or whatever the case is. What's nice about using the website option from Google is as you update your business listing, so after you create your Google listing, there is a dashboard for your desktop. There's also a mobile app that you can continuously be updating, adding pictures, adding information. It will automatically update your website. So it's nice because then you don't have to be going back and forth. You also, when you just claim it from there and it's free, it has a long domain, like a URL. Don't really recommend you using that, but you can buy a domain from Google. Typically, it's about $12 for the whole year. And then you can use that domain on your business cards or in any of your marketing to actually send them directly to that one-page website. So then kind of adds an additional market opportunity for you, for really about $12 for the year. So that's a great option that you might want to look at with Google as well. If you have already claimed your listing, make sure you're going into your dashboard. Google offers a ton of analytics. I don't think I can show it to you in this view, but it will show you how many visitors had to your Google page. It breaks it up into direct and search. So you'll know how many people landed on your page because they searched your business specifically, or they searched restaurant, you happen to come up. It'll show you what zip codes they came from. It'll show you what keywords they searched to be able to find your page. It'll tell you how many of them called you, how many viewed your website. So this is a great time to dig into those analytics and see if it doesn't tell you anything about your business that maybe you weren't aware of that can help you as you're rethinking marketing at this given time. So this is the first thing that you can do on your checklist is make sure you've claimed this and that you have updated everything so that it's working in the best of your ability. The second one that we are going to look at is Yelp for businesses. So I'm going to put that information up on the screen now. Again, Yelp is a review site. It's really important that you went and either one, if you claimed it, that's great. Make sure same guidance applied. Make sure your images are up to date, your hours are up to date, your categories are correct. But it's really important, even if you're sitting here listening and thinking Yelp isn't for me, I have no interest in Yelp, it still is important that you go to Yelp and make sure you don't have a listing. With these review sites like Yelp and like TripAdvisor that we're going to talk about, they are consumer driven. So what that means is if I go to a restaurant or I go to a hair salon and I want to write a review about that business, if I go to Yelp or TripAdvisor or any review site and want to write a review and that business doesn't already have a page, I technically create that page. So I can add an image and I write my review, and you technically could have a Yelp listing, have reviews, have information out there about your business that you're not even aware of. So this is a great time to take some time, go to Yelp, look to see if you're there. If you're not, even if you don't see the value in Yelp, it's really important for you to go ahead and claim your listing. So that way, if anybody does decide to write a review about you, you get that review as an email so you know what's being said, and you're the one that's actually guiding that conversation about your brand. This is no lie, I have went to Yelp listings before, and the business owner didn't create it. So an individual had posted a photo, and it was a photo of the bathroom of that business, and that was the profile picture. So the thing with Yelp and with review sites, as the business owner, you can't take images down that somebody posts. So if someone posts that bathroom image because they weren't happy with the cleanliness, unfortunately, it's not something you can necessarily remove from your listing. But because the business owner hadn't claimed it and chose the profile picture and chose the cover photo, that was the cover photo. So, I mean, that's what consumers saw as soon as they landed. And this was not a small business. This was actually a very large business that did not know that this was out there. So again, it's really important that you try and manage that conversation as much as possible, even though we can't take reviews away. You want to make sure that when somebody lands on your listing, it is portraying the image of your brand to the best of your ability. And if you get a review, whether it's positive or negative, you always want to be able to respond to that review. As a consumer, if we go on someplace and they have a couple negative reviews, but then they have great reviews as well, and the business owners are responding, we don't take those negative reviews as the whole view of the business. I mean, everybody understands that there's some things that happen every once in a while. But if it's just negative reviews with no response and not good pictures and really no other way of telling your story, it really can negatively affect consumers coming to your business. So Yelp is a review site. Again, whether you think it's something that people are going to go on for your business or not, it's really important to claim it just so people can't create your profile without your knowledge. So this link takes you directly to manage your free listing. It's absolutely free. Google My Business is free too. Two things I'll tell you with Google. Google will never call you trying to get you to advertise. Google says, we're Google, we're big. We don't need to call and ask for advertising. But as soon as you do create a listing, you can potentially start getting calls from people that want to sell you their advertising services. It is not Google, so just hang up. Google never calls you. Yelp does call you, and they will try and get you to advertise. I'm not recommending that whatsoever in this session, but I want to give you that as a caveat so that you don't pay it and then think that you need to pay for something. the free listings, everything I'm talking about today, my recommendation is just to get the free listings claimed so other people aren't telling your story for you. So in addition to Yelp, and Yelp used to be really just for restaurants and attractions, but a ton of people now are reviewing, they're roofing contractors, doctors, any Grey's Anatomy fans. There was even a session about, there was an episode where they were talking about doctors' reviews on Yelp. So really, there isn't a business that can't benefit from claiming their listing on Yelp. The next one I'm going to go over is Bing. So a lot of people obviously use Google as primary search engine. So a lot of times Bing gets left out when you're thinking about your strategy for your business. But we don't know, users, consumers out there could be going to Bing searching for businesses as well. So Bing does have a business listing just like Google does. So even though Google dominates, this is a time, again, if you have some time on your hands, that it's just worth it for you to go in and claim your listing on Bing as well, because there could be people out there that are using Bing search, and you just want to make sure that you're found in every situation. And the same thing applies with Bing as with Google. Main links are images, your hours are updated, categories, services. Just make sure that if it's giving you an option for your business category, that you are taking advantage of the ability to enter that information on behalf of your business. So again, just go in and claim that Bing. The one thing I will say with Bing as well is it gives you an option to do like a paid version. If you scroll down, there's like the free version. Again, everything I'm talking about is free. So if it just the original page doesn't show you that kind of search on the page, there is a free listing for you to claim. So make sure you claim your Bing listing. The last review site we're going to talk about as far as the Google Audit is TripAdvisor. So let me show you here. Again, TripAdvisor works just like Yelp. If I go and visit, let's say, the Children's Museum here locally, I might absolutely have had an amazing time. So it's not just about having negative reviews. I might have had an amazing time, and I want to go and write a review for the Children's Museum. If the Children's Museum has not claimed their listing, then I can go out and create that on my own. So even though it might be a positive review, I may not enter the information how the Children's Museum wants it to be viewed. I may not put the hours right, or I may not put images that are, clear. It just may not be a good look. So it's really important that if you fit within one of the categories that TripAdvisor allows for listings, that you went and claimed your site. So they allow restaurants, shopping places, and attractions. So if you fit in any of those categories, you want to make sure you go and claim your TripAdvisor. And the Children's Museum absolutely has claimed the TripAdvisor. And if you love the Children's Museum here locally, do feel free to go in and write a review, because it's great for all of our businesses. If we love them, there's no better time than now for us to go in and write positive reviews for our local businesses, our local attractions. But you will, this link right here takes you directly to the actual owner's page. There's an option in there for you to click on the management side and then create your listing. Now, if you get on there and there is already a listing for you and you didn't create it, there is a thing that says, are you the business owner? And you'll say yes, and you have to go through some steps to show that you are the business owner, but you can take claim to that page and then update it to the way that you want it to do. This session is really meant to just tell you some things you should be looking at. We're not going into major detail on how you do it. So if you get stuck on any of these things on the actual how, my information will be with the video posting of this, and you can call our office. Again, we're the West Central Small Business Development Center. We're located in the College of Business, and our office does provide one-on-one consulting at no cost to you. So we can jump on a conference call and help you actually navigate the hows of the things that we are discussing today. So those are a few different review sites you can take the time to go in and claim and update. Another thing to do right